Sorry. Good afternoon and welcome. It's yet another day on the program, The Boss, the show that keeps you closer to social media. It's Tuesday and it's the 20th of March, 2018. My name is Patience Belokafo. Joining me on the show, we have two lovely ladies and my co-anchor is here, Alero. Good afternoon, Alero.
That's our Patience. Good afternoon.
Great to be here.
Yeah, well, thank God. Well, thank God. It's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon to you all there. And
Yes,
today's edition of The Boss promises to be an educative one. Edutainment. That's exactly the word in which I'm just going to use. And Patience, what's bubbling?
A lot seems to be happening. Yesterday, news broke out that the Inspector General of Police, Ibrahim Idris, has ordered the withdrawal of police officers who are attached to VIPs. We'll be looking at that on the program this afternoon. Plus, the newly elected president of Liberia, George Weah, has requested for 6,000 teachers from Nigeria. On social media everywhere, people find that quite laughable, seeing as which Nigeria is a country with a huge educational challenge. We'll also be looking at that. But we're going to start by way of the Oba of Benin. We have to take a quick break. We'll take this quick break. When we come back on the show, I'll be introducing our guest on the program today. Do stay with us.
Evening. My name is Joy. I dey say Austria. Europe hungry me to call. Now I call Europe. My dad I carry me come from Nigeria to Europe. When I dey come out for Nigeria, mama papa no know say I come out for Nigeria. Say I wish I die for Libya. I go die like that. They not gonna say I don't die. I say I come out for Libya. I stay Libya. Even Libya self, they rape girls, they kill girls. Nobody know how person they survive for Libya. I reach Europe. When I done Nigeria, they tell me say I go pay 30,000 euro. My mind understands maybe na small money. The money not big because Europe don't hungry. Poverty won't keep person for Nigeria. You understand? Now I come out for Nigeria. Now I take on Europe. When I go reach Europe, they tell me say I go pay 30,000 euro. When I see the money na more than 40 million. Now I say Jesus. I want to pay that money. For what? For my small when I get now I pay this 30,000 euro. Now I say this money big go. When person go to finish. How first you go pay that money before you can see husband marry? And honest, I will pay that money. Now say, well, maybe God will bring help her come. So for there, I carry me. My mother can carry me come Austria. When you carry me come Austria, I not get anybody for here. I sleep train station. Now I sleep. If I can still manage money, they carry this small house where they manage, they go small. So work now day. Interview I go. People they not give me. They say they not believe my story. So for head, if I see the worker, you go they hide. Go they think Igbese. I go they pay Igbese. I go they survive. You understand? As I can say Oba say, make guests no they pay money again. Now cause thank God though, freedom don't come. Now person no go think as go they pay Igbese. Person go think as go they plan the future. Now what I call they pray for. See I call my mother this evening. Oh, say madam, see what Oba talk. So Oba say make guests no they pay Igbese again. Like I say, whether the time be say I take come Europe, whether Oba no say me come Europe. I go to say Oba no know that Oba no, but now what your Oba talk? I know say no dey hear Benin, but na for Benin na te swear this way. So na Benin te swear this way. My leg don't touch Benin. The juju when I swear the pants and the hair when they collect my body na for Benin they take do one. The room when they carry me go na for Benin they take do one. You understand? Say I can talk oh. Now I say so na my leg don't touch Benin. Na three guests, my mother carry come. Me I dey Austria, one I dey France, one I dey Italy. Now I dey. Everybody dey struggle. I don't pay Igbese. The one I dey France go pay 45,000. Na Libya now you pass. Me when I dey Austria, I go pay 30,000 euro. The one I dey Italy go pay 30,000 euro. You see my money? Big money. If you say person no fit pay, till you go die. If you can't pay that money, I want to see my marry herself. Scatter. Put water. For that 30,000 for now this season the person there for Europe will be say money now they again nothing that person to pay that kind of money. I beg guys like me will be say madam carry come I beg move stand move fight this fight so to go fit win now because me no feel they live this kind of life oh I don't feel they live, I they work for madam. You see madam they has, they strong, they has, they sleep there at night. You go they work for her. I don't feel live that kind of life. I don't feel live that kind of life. You know understand? People I not get. People I not get. Austria said they want to deport 1,000 people. And they want to deport for Austria. How you guys expect me say I come Europe? I know they go 3 years. Not here I achieve. Not for madam. They pay basic. They pay basic. They pay basic. Eh? How person want to achieve this kind life? You understand? I swear that juju when we swear, you know go work for our body. You know I don't even go because of this babala, this juju. I don't even go pastor. One more church for Nigeria. That's me Marco. One more speak I be 400,000. Now you go to do deliverance for me. Because I go swear juju. So juju when I go swear. Yeah, that because that's when I go do. Now bad thing. I drop my pants. Hair of my hair. Drop on. Hair of my armpit. I drop on. Hair of my toto. I drop on. Because I go swear. Because I won't call Europe. Yeah, and because I won't call Europe. I don't say all guys like me. I don't say this way be say the apple so. No be our fault. We no say it be like this. Because I will say we no say it be like this. Like because of Nigeria condition. No work. Nothing. So far. Even say you see say people as the thief. Small thing that everything Nigeria just corrupt. Now make everybody tell me that they like better life. I said this I not go to school. My family not train me. Now I say I need better life. Now I take on Europe to come better my life to take off my family because we not get. Now I take on. But because as I come on Europe now, this the way be say I take planner, you not be like that. This they difficult. This they hard. They stressful. I use God. Me not help me go tell that mother. Me I know why I did. Me I never edit to die. I me be first speaking for my family. My mother not born plenty. Be 5. Understand? I never edit to die because I said the way it say. I not get money. If I get, I go pay. Now bed work for hotel. Now they do bed work. Now they spread bed. Now they do. If I come for work, my waist go kaput. Plus I don't die. So because I dey find money to stay survive, to pay my house straight, to do this. Because I want to take care of my family. I want to take care of I want to plan my future. Because that bed work what they do. You know I put on I even see that work. Oh, you never take. You never even take. When I even see the bed work self, you never reach 1 month. Then I even start to the one bed work. I just sit down for hours, nothing, cry, frustration, do nothing. Understand? I'm gonna think I want to pay basic. This is basic. Many of my friends where the madam carry their come, where they did this Austria. All of them struggle to survive. Because of it, they go pay basic. They think I want to pay basic. You know if you chop, you know if you drink water, you know if you chop, you know if you sleep. Because of it, they basic. My fellow guys like me, I beg, una try to fight this fight, so I will go win them, because me 5 naira when you wash, I know they pay again. 5 naira when you wash, papa, me I know they pay. I know they pay, she, I know they pay. That mother, if you like me, do anything when you want to do, you know, consign me. So if I do this video, this video go reach where it day. I know it's not my friend for Facebook because I verse blocker. But tomorrow it come bring money. I never see money I want to shop. I go think money to go pay this. Just now I first blocker. So I know say family they go get this Facebook. They go get this messenger. I got most of your family for it. So I made the person go give us now. What is this joy? Stubborn girl. This joy when not the year word. Say now what you talk with that to make the person go give us. So to go yeah. Because if it call me again, I know man. 1 2 3. 1 2 3. Now be a number for Austria. I go give them. Say this man they disturb me. I know you are there for it and I'll carry them go. Say if I cannot go, she go prison. Me I go get document, free document I go get. Because if you disturb me, then what I go do with that? Yeah, not cause say joy not the year words. Why she go put mother for prison? You know, cause I be bad person. Now I do live this video. I don't talk my own no. Bye bye.
Welcome back. That was a really long footage, but I deliberately wanted that to play out, so that we could all, know the reality of what human trafficking really is in the life of young girls, particularly of Edo State origin. That was, her name is Joy. According to her, she was trafficked to Austria by a so-called madam, to do the obvious. And after what happened in Benin last week, where the Oba of Benin, invoked curses on sponsors of human trafficking, particularly in Edo State. This was her reaction, and it was like it came just at the nick of time. Joining us on the show this afternoon, is a pleasure to have her here for the first time, but we've been on her tail for quite a long time. She's a renowned activist. It's a pleasure to have Queen Rose Ahmed with us on the show. Hi, Queen.
Hello.
Thank you for joining us
Hi,
here. And also joining us this afternoon, we have a legal practitioner, and she also works with an NGO called Spaces for Youth Development and Social Change. Izziode Obiyan. Thank you, Izziode, for joining us.
Good to have you in the program.
Pleasure. Thank you so much.
All right, just to bring you up to speed, in case you are not aware, the Benin monarch, Oba of Benin II, recently placed a curse on perpetrators of human trafficking in Edo State, as well as doctors who administer oath of secrecy on victims are certain that the gods of Benin Kingdom would destroy those involved in the illicit trade. The monarch assembled sorcerers and top magic practicing priests of the kingdom to place these curses on these so-called native doctors and the madams who take the young girls away, for traffic purposes in Europe. All right, so let's talk. Joy came out and she shared her story, how she got trafficked and all of that. Let's start with you, Izziode, because you're a legal practitioner. Maybe you bring the law perspective into the whole thing. So what's your take?
Okay, well, first of all, trafficking is not limited to the more popular, let me see, context, which is only the sexual exploitation. It actually has a very long process, starting from recruiting, which is when some people are either wooed, so to say, with fancy stories of what they could get in other climes or in other societies, or even by tales as common here in our locale, where you have parents of children in the communities, local communities, told that when their children are brought to the urban centers, they would be housed by people living there who would give them an education. So trafficking is a very broad thing which has all of these different ingredients within it.
Elements,
so it includes recruiting, transporting, transferring, harboring, or receiving a person through the use of force. A force or other means for the purpose of exploiting them. And so main causes is not also limited to, like, that's why I just want us to get the broad concept of the entire thing. It could be sometimes northeastern Nigeria is troubled by conflicts, and so armed conflict causes people to flee, and many people flee to anywhere. They just want to leave the poverty, the hunger, the chaos that conflict has brought to their communities, and so they get some of them fall or become victims of trafficking. You also have people who are ignorant of their human rights and who do not realize that within our society, Nigeria, for example, you have some rights that are inalienable, and so they allow themselves or they become easily swayed by whatever mores of anyone who is an exploiter. And then you also have greed. As we were discussing just before the show started, you have people who want more than what they can
What's
actually
readily available.
Exactly.
Okay.
You also have
but sorry to
but
butt in. Can we narrow it?
That's exactly what I'm saying. Because if
the
the main issue right now, it has to do with prostitution and human trafficking, because that's basically what some certain parts of Nigeria they're known as, and it became very, very obvious because that's not just the only set of Nigerians that are into prostitution in Europe or probably even any other parts of the world. So
Well,
let's just
Edo
limit
State,
it.
according to available statistics, has the highest,
Patience, if we have to speak about that, you could talk about the statistics could be something from way back then, because a lot of them would have probably gone into prostitution, recruiting new people, and other parts of Nigeria saw this as something in which more or less like a lucrative business.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree
so it's best we get to
but
limit it to the scope of human trafficking.
It's become more like, more like what Edo people are known for, which is why the Oba himself, which is the highest authority of the Benin Kingdom, had to do this. This is like something that has not been done ever in the history in a case like this. According to the report, charms, or let's use the local parlance, juju, that has not been brought out in the open for over 800 years, were actually brought out this time around to invoke, you know, these curses. Yes. Queen, what do you think really about us going, I don't know if this is going spiritual or going traditional, you know, really in combating this issue of human trafficking?
Thank you. In my own opinion, I'm in support of what the Oba of Benin did. Why, generally, as an activist and several Nigerians that have been speaking, campaigning against woman trafficking and child abuse, and all sorts of attitude of such behavior. Even 2016, I could remember that our Holland coordinator, Prince Adeboye Olushola, sponsor, so-handedly sponsor campaign against human trafficking and child abuse. And he's from such the area of, he's also a Benin, I think a kind of from that area, but he detests such behavior. Like he's becoming an eyesore and a tag
exactly. For the Benin people.
For the Benin people. And doing that, if we cannot achieve what we've been trying to achieve by that campaign and going it legally, like against human trafficking, through the human rights and NATIP and so on and so forth, if the Oba of Benin, they may fit applying such a method to achieve the aims of removing such attitude or bringing it to the minimum level for the future and the youth of their citizen or the state, of the state to have at least have a name and bring back home good names. Because if you actually traveled and see what is going on there, you will cry. And not that other states indigenes are not really into prostitution, but one know that like Benin is already tagged. If you have a brother that like trying to ask a hand of a gay marriage in such area, as a human being, me personally, I would say no. Don't do that, because this is what they are known for. Exactly.
Stigmatization.
But we should not also abscond from knowing that yes, we are practicing that the world is revolving, as in we are going into modeling, but we should know that we should not forget that there's tradition. Tradition of what we are putting on today is a tradition from the Western world. But if the Oba of Benin can use his own traditional seats to remove such act from even as a Nigerian as a whole, because over there they don't really know this is Benin, this is Benue, or this is from the east. They know this is Nigeria.
Yeah, Nigerians at all.
And which, of course, I'm in support of that, because many teenagers, many children have suffered a lot on human trafficking. Today, I'm just coming out because I was just caught upon on this interview with Rush. I was coming out from a Lion building where we're also having issue of child abuse and on minor, that the guy also deceived a teenager, a minor, like 15, 16 years, and having carnal knowledge of the girl, took a nude picture and threatened to post it on social media if the girl did not concede to his request on first time having his carnal knowledge, which we tried our best to apprehend the guy, and I insisted that that guy, such person must be charged to court. Police were trying to compromise there, but because attitude of such, I and you, a sound and good citizen of this country, we should try our best to make sure we bring good names to our country.
Exactly.
And yes. I stand on it, and I know I must not be there, but because I've seen some foul play behind, and I insisted until that guy was charged to court, and I have to be on my way coming in. I'm in support of what they're about.
Okay, well said. Okay.
Yes. And Patience, if you could remember, sometimes last week, I guess that was on Friday, when you broke the news about the Oba placing a course on human traffickers. I said that other states can, now we're talking as Nigerians, not even from people outside. If other states, they are royal fathers can as well emulate what the Oba is doing. Because this human trafficking has moved to the east. There was a certain time a certain lady came out and she was actually speaking in Igbo on how one of our madam from the east saw her, now took her down to Dubai or something, and now the woman wanted to expose her and because there are times that even the madams themselves come out on social media to disgrace
The girl.
Yeah, the girls, especially when they owe. All right, I go there. Isaac go there. Sorry, you still want to say something?
Well, yes. For us at Spaces for Change, we appreciate the role of traditional institutions in actually carrying out legal reforms of society, because a lot of the mindsets and the sociocultural factors that make some of these crimes thrive spring from patriarchy or social institutions. So when you have
and we live in a patriarchal society anyway, so yeah.
Yes, and so we have a situation where most women anyway don't have very, very high self-esteem because the society tends to put them second or put them behind. So that on its own, even without the other factors of maybe poverty or greed, tends to make the woman someone who you associate with the bedroom. So, I mean, when you have cultural leaders getting involved, and not just getting involved, making statements, but actually taking action, concrete action.
And it gives it like a new meaning. Yes, I get what you mean.
You know what? You know something? Let's talk about the judiciary system. She was just talking about something. There are times that it takes like forever for justice to be done. And even if, now you're a lawyer, so let's just talk about that.
Okay, well, part of what we've been trying to do, and we hope that we will all join this campaign, is to get our laws to be a bit more effective. Now, it is not that Nigeria is not signatory to several treaties that that bequeaths dignity on the people, prevent or protect people,
or preserves your rights as a human being.
Exactly. Even locally, we have the National Agency for Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons Act, and the agency with penalties, which are really, let me say, what we have, the laws are enough, as it were, or at least are quasi-sufficient to attend to these particular malaise. But the challenge is that we're not enforcing.
Enforcement.
We're not enforcing with the same diligence, that would enable us to stamp out this kind of really serious crimes and offenses in our society. And so I think that is why the Oba has actually stepped up and made this declaration. And you can even see the Emir of Kano some years back also has tried to make some interventions. Maternal health, children, talking about the importance of stopping girl-child marriage and all of that.
Child bride.
Even going through with the Child Rights Act, which protect some of these young people from such exploitation. The real bridge or the chasm that we have in the country is implementation.
Yes.
Some people have suggested that we have a lot more sensitization at the grassroots stage. So community-based organizations need to involve the children, the youths, women in a lot of awareness programs on their rights and on what they can do to easily spot or recognize the signs of trafficking, the tricks, and then also who they can go to make complaints. Then there was also a suggestion that someone made, which is really good, which is also to set up domestic violence or human rights desks per police station in the country.
All right, I get everything you've said, but I think beyond just letting people know what their rights are and knowing what to do, part-time and all of that, there are still some fundamental issues, that make people willingly, allow themselves to be trafficked, because that is the case of Joy. She knew what she was getting into, even though she didn't know she was going to have to pay back so much money. 40 million naira, and you're paying back with your body. I mean, that's a lot of mileage on one body. If you know what I mean.
Even that,
that's a lot of mileage. So
no, I guess we just need to be practical.
Willingly, go into it. Yeah.
Like I said, that's
so sorry to cut you, but what I was getting at is more fundamental things have to be done, like taking care of unemployment, reducing poverty, because she talked about poverty being why she
actually
opted
went into
for
it.
a better life. But at the end of the day, you find out that you really don't have a better life.
And that's just more or less because we have some people that came in from Liberia, and they still went back.
They went back.
They went back
Because when you put together, you put it against each other, they'll choose to go back.
They went back because they weren't satisfied with what they were saying.
I don't know why I would leave Nigeria for Liberia though. I don't personally.
They were not going to Liberia. That was just like a channel to go to Europe.
Wow, interesting. All right, quickly, so we can move on from this topic. The Zonal Commander for National Agency for the Prohibition of Trafficking in Persons, NAPTIP, Mr. Unduka Onwa-Oweni, described the Oba's intervention as a significant milestone in the war against human trafficking and illegal migration. According to him, before now, victims of human trafficking rarely opened up to give evidence in court because of the oath they've taken, and they are afraid and they believe that the oath will have effect on them, as the native doctors who administered such oath have their personal items like fingernails, pubic hair, menstrual pads, pants, photographs, etc., etc. Some even draw blood, you know. It's that bad. It's that bad. But then, Queen, do you think that taking this route, do you think it will really reduce the rate of trafficking, particularly in Edo State?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, of course. It's way because average 70% of Edo State believe in tradition. Yeah. 70% Edo State believe in tradition, and if you don't believe in that, I don't think they would have gone to the extent of going to the herbalists and taking oaths. So in the routes you take, I should be the same routes they use it to clap him down.
Wow.
Okay, all right, that's really a good one. What do you think?
I think that's correct. It's really
Well,
correct.
for my fear,
Actually,
Maybe we should do this more. You know, like
no, it's not that. You understand? The demand might probably be in another state. They might probably move their trade to another place. Okay, fine. Edo State is no more
the zone.
So let's go to another state.
which is why other states have to
need
keep
to.
in.
Yes. You see, the emphasis shouldn't be on the cause. I think the cause is a statement from our traditional institutions that they frown at this practice. And especially because it's now stigmatizing indigenes of the state.
Yeah.
So they've taken a very firm stand.
Yes.
But I mean, it's not to say, anyway, I do not know if we should proliferate causes across the land. But I think that this makes a stand against trafficking, which is what we should, you know, put our focus on.
Okay. And in recent news, about 20 hours ago, thereabouts, some parts of Edo State have actually confirmed the causes.
The juju don't they walk.
Juju don't they walk. No, seriously, for real.
Yeah, people are falling sick.
Of course, they use
People
the
are-
same source to traffic the children.
So now they're now pleading for the order that they are ready to do all amendments.
It should
Yes,
be.
we heard that people are they're in courts. In the courts there's a queue of people trying to file affidavits and sign and get their matters heard as
On
regards
this issue. Wow.
So,
Good one.
I mean, who not go fear? 800-year-old juju.
They said even they said the chief priest that came out on that day.
Did you see the picture of all the chief priests? All the sorcerers, and they were all in red, and we all know red means danger. So you like yourself, stay away from Edo State right now. Even while we're laughing about it, it is a very serious issue. Human trafficking, it's a very serious issue.
I import Ghana to
All right, let's move on.